Hello, I just want to do a quick recap on some trades I took today on CMAX, Cmax, Mira, as well as CrowdStrike, CRWD. Let's start with the two short trades on the two small cap trades because they are very similar strategies and how I executed them for the entries and exits. So let's take a look really quick. So if you take a look at Cmax, this one you can see ran up yesterday, had a huge green day, and today it kind of gapped down and then kind of start selling off. Same thing as Mira. You can see these two are very, very similar in terms of the chart pattern. This one, rang up for, halted up multiple times yesterday, went from 60 cents all the way to $5 close. Today, same gap down. And how I found these two stocks to trade this morning is with my gap down scanner, and I'll sort it by the gap percentage. So the biggest losers on the top. So you can see Mira, this one, had a float of 11 million shares. Mira, and then like Cmax is all the way at the bottom over here. This one also, had a huge gap down today. And both of these are kind of in sympathy with one another. They're also healthcare stocks. But you can see with Mira, it was really cheap to borrow. You can see all the brokers that have locate prices available. And with Centerpoint, so the third logo you see, each locate prices are less than 1 cent per share. So it's extremely cheap. So really quickly here, that's how I found the stocks to trade on the gap down. I prefer to trade and on the short side for these low float small cap stocks the second day instead of trying to trade it on the first day. Today, the hottest stocks on the day is ATZR. I did not trade that thing at all. If you take a look at that's a top gainer on the day. AZTR, sorry. And this one, you can see it's up 200% on the day with really, really high relative volume. So when I see high relative volume, micro float of only 800,000 shares float, even though there are some shorts available now, I am not shorting that thing. That's how a lot of short sellers blow up. That's the reason I prefer to short stocks that are gapping down on the second day or even the third day. And that's a very, very classic bag holder short. So let's start with Mira first. You can see this in gap down. I don't know what happened. You can see in this thing gap down below that prior day's close, this white dotted line here, gap down below $4. So I'm using this pre-market highs 420s as my risk. On this huge gap down, the SSR short sell restriction is going to trigger. So I'm using this 420, 430s as a risk. Scaling on the short side, $4 added on the way down. You can see, it broke down VWAP really quick, this yellow line, and then it just kind of rolled down that 8 EMA. I added a little bit more, started covering down here at 3820s, 280s from $4 entry, and then you can see I kind of missed that rug pull over here, but I had to step away for a little bit. So there's definitely another 50 cents to a downside that I missed, and the stock is just stabilizing. So that's the reason I don't short these kind of stocks on the front side on day one. The second day, it's just so much simpler. You have less headaches to worry about, and the most people are busy trading the hot stock on the day, which is what we said earlier, AZTR, which is up 200% on the day, or a little bit more earlier. Cmax, you can see very, very similar chart setup in terms of it's also the exact same strategy. Gapping down, SSR triggered the next day. I'm risking that prior day's close area of $5 to $5.30s area. This one I got in a little bit later, so I scaled down a little bit. I shorted when this 420s line pre-market lows broke down, shorted it here. And this consolidation area would have been a great area to add. I started adding here, but I didn't have the patience, or I also needed to step away during this period of time. So I just covered everything here at 380 from a short of 440s. So not bad, but you can see after I covered everything here, stock tanked a little bit more from $3.90 all the way down to $3. So that's another 90 cents to a downside that I missed out on. But that's okay. Let's switch gears to talk about the long side now, CrowdStrike, CRWD. So as you know from last Friday, you can see the daily chart here. Last Friday, the stock sold off from 350 down to 300, touching the daily SMA here. On the entire global network was down. A lot of banking transaction has to be paused. Airlines has to cancel a bunch of flights. So the company responsible is CrowdStrike. They're responsible for a large majority of the global networking and internet security. So the stock obviously got beaten down a lot. Huge gap down all the way to 200 SMA. Yesterday was another huge sell-off day. No, I didn't touch the stock yesterday. But for those who are following me on the weekend watch list, where I send out trade ideas every single Sunday, I mentioned that I'm looking for a first screen day on CrowdStrike to go long for a technical bounce. Generally speaking, you should at least test, the 200 SMA of 290. So that's kind of the idea here, and I was looking for a lot more. So if you look at it, yesterday huge sell off. I did not go long. This white dotted line is prior day's close. You can see the stock sold off, went red on the day first. I got stopped out. I had a starter here at 264, so I stopped out here at 260. Once the stock started bouncing, consolidating, I was looking at the price action. The selling slowed down. And at the same time, SPY and QQQ, market was rallying up. Well, I don't know why this keeps on doing this. Market was rallying up. So that's why I went back in long, 260s once on the starter. And once the stock goes from red to green, red to green move, that becomes the first green day that we talked about. Once that becomes green, it's a true confirmation. So that's why I added on the way up. You can see I added some more, 267s. Doesn't matter. Even though the stock has bounced $6 per share, that's still, you still got a lot of upside to go up. Remember, I was aiming for at least 275s. And then on the daily, if you were to swing it, on the daily, I think this thing have upside to 200 SMA, 290s. So a lot of upsides, and that's why even though the stock has already bounced $5, $6, it's still a viable long for me for the first green day long strategy. So added some more over that pre-market highs, 269s, and I sold into the breakout of 272s, 271s, and I held a 1/4 position. At that point, I had a decent average of 268. I want to see if it will grind up to 275s. That's my ultimate price target here intraday. But you can see I got stopped out when market was rolling over a little bit. I got stopped out here at 269s, and then you can see it bounced out VWAP back to higher day, back to higher day, 272s, and then slowly grinded up all the way to 275. So I definitely left a lot on the table, but at the same time, you can see it's selling off with the market right now as well. So it's good that I took the meat of the move on CrowdStrike. So yeah, hopefully this helped. You can see that I prefer to go long large cap stocks and go short on small caps. And the broker I use is Centerpoint Securities on Dash Trader Pro. The scanner I use to find trade ideas is Stox.io. If you have any questions regarding my trades, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. And if you want to see more trading recaps like this, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the like button as well. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.